Hi, Debbie David here, and it's the Transgender Day in the Park 2020. I'd like to entertain you. The first song I'm going to sing is a classic by Elvis. The name of the song is Brilliant Mistake. Because Debbie was kind of a mistake. She wasn't supposed to happen. He thought he was the king of America, where they pour Coca-Cola just like vintage wine. I try hard not to become hysterical, but I'm not sure if I'm laughing or I'm crying. Wish that I could push a button and talk in the past and not the present tense, and watch this hurt and feeling disappear like it was common sense. It was a fine idea at the time, now it's a brilliant mistake. She said that she was working for the ABC News, but that was as much of the alphabet as she knew how to use. Her perfume was unspeakable, it lingered in the air, like her artificial laughter, her mementos of affairs. Oh, I said, I see you know him, isn't that very fortunate for you? And she showed me his calling card, and he came third or fourth, and there were more than one or two. He was a fine idea at the time, now he's a brilliant mistake. He thought he was the king of America, but it was just a boulevard of broken dreams. A trick they do with mirrors and with chemicals, the voice of love and whispers and the acts of love and screams. Wish that I could push a button and talk in the past and not the present tense, and watch this love and feeling disappear like it was common sense. I was a fine idea at the time, now I'm a brilliant mistake. And that was my classic by Elvis Costello. And Brilliant Mistake. When I was about 10 years old, exactly probably, and it was maybe 1965, we come back to school, I think it was the 5th grade, and the Weekly Reader had an article about these 4 zany guys who had started a group, and they lived in an apartment together, and they showed the pictures of these guys, and they all had long hair like girls. And I saw that and went, because we had to have burr haircuts and crew tops. You know, I had to carry butch wax in my back pocket. You know, I hated it. It was the Monkees. So we're at Consolidated Sale Company, and I talked my mom into buying me a Monkees album. So in honor of the Monkees, and since it's a summertime in the park, I'm going to do a summertime monkey song for you right now. Down the street is trying hard to learn that song. Mothers complain about how hard life is, and the kids just don't understand. My creature comfort goes, they only know my soul, they make it hard for me to see. My thoughts all seem to stray to places far away. I need a change of scenery. Another Pleasant Valley Sunday, charcoal burning everywhere. Another Pleasant Valley Sunday, here in Status Symbol Land. Another Pleasant Valley Sunday, here in Status Symbol Land. Another Pleasant Valley Sunday, here in Status Symbol Land. Another Pleasant Valley Sunday, here in Status Symbol Land. Here in Status Symbol Land. Here in Status Symbol Land. And I was on a plane one time, and I see this guy, he's wearing an old hat like the gentleman used to wear in the 50s and the 60s. And he's an older gentleman, and he is sitting there, and he's ahead of me. We're getting to our seats. I'm going to sit right behind him. And I help him put his case up in the thing. And I look down at him, and lock eyes with him. And I realize it's Mickey Dolenz of the Monkees. And he was smiling and kind of thanking me for helping him. But when he realized that I realized who he was, he went like, So I just smiled at him and sat behind him. Whole flight, never bugged him. So we're getting out to leave, and he gets up, and I wait for people to go anyway, and he gets up to go, and he turns, and he thanks me for, I guess, not bothering him, and we had a little conversation there, and I got to tell him how much he meant to me, and the Monkees. So that's my monkey story. Okay, now I'm here alone, and you know why, and I can't be with all of you. I miss you all so much, and I'm just here alone with Blondie, but you're never alone where I am, because I'm here at Christ the Good Shepherd Church in Berkeley, Michigan, and because I've been doing the media for that, I talked the Monsignor into letting me record here, and it's the advantages of it's quiet, it's nice, and I don't hear my husband Anthony Armour coughing on the tape for the rest of my life, and so there's that good things. But I hate being alone with just my guitar Blondie. But I've got my guitar case here, and it's open. You'll see. So you ought to give some money to Rachel and Susan Crocker and Transgender Michigan. Not only did we not get to do our International Transgender Day of Visibility, which Rachel Crandall Crocker started, invented, created, but if I've ever entertained you, if you've ever watched an episode of Star Trek and noticed me in the background as Ensign Russell on Star Trek The Next Generation, or Voyager or DS9, or if you'd like to ask me a question about Star Trek or have me sign a card or something that I'm on, I'd be glad to do that. But donate $5, $50 if you can afford it to Transgender Michigan for doing all the things that they do. And this year, especially, people need money to keep going. Now, I never want to gloat, and I know the war's not over and we have more to do, and transgender lives are being taken almost every day somewhere in the world. And so the fight's not over, but we did make some gains this year, and I think we should point them out. Amy, the lady who caused the funeral lady who was working there, and she caused, now, and you know, the Supreme Court deciding on marriage for us, that happened out of the Michigan courts too, you know. It went to the Supreme Court from the Michigan district courts. And we were down there at the courthouse, you know, I remember there was a whole bunch of us, Deborah, and we were up against 100 people bussed in with professional signs and everything, 20 below zero, you know, trying to get equal marriage. But this year, and the Supreme Court decided in our favor, and they tied it to the civil rights movement, which I really love. They Title IX'd us in, and so I'm not gloating, but there have been some good things that have happened, and things are better, and I think we should acknowledge some of our successes. Now, along those lines, and the blessings that have come to me from doing the media for the church, Monsignor Harry told me about this song that I'm going to do. It's my last song. And it's Casey Musgrave's Rainbow, I might tell you. And I don't think she'll be mad at me for doing it, because I watched the video, and it's really, if you're LGBTQ or A or an ally, you might enjoy watching it. It's really, she wrote it as a self-affirming song from a horoscope she read, but she has also said that it is for people who are seeking their identity too. So, love you. And this venue here, it's when we can all come back, they're having live services here in the sanctuary, which is over here, and then over here is a brand new social hall. It's got a kitchen, everything is beautiful, chairs, tables, it's really nice. And we can have meetings, things, and get-togethers and social events here in the future. Okay, love you all, and stay safe, wear a mask, and see you live next year. But you didn't even notice. It ain't raining anymore. It's hard to breathe when all you know is the struggle of staying above the rising water line. The sky is finally open. The rain and wind stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. Hold tight to your umbrella, darling, I'm just trying to tell ya that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. If you could see what I see, you'd be blinded by the colors, yellow, red, and orange, and green, and at least a million others. Tie up the bow, take off your coat, and take a look around, 'cause the sky is finally open, the rain and wind stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. You hold tight to your umbrella, darling, I'm just trying to tell ya that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. So tie up the bow, take off your coat, and take a look around. Everything is alright now, 'cause the sky is finally open. The rain and winds stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. Let go of your umbrella, darling, I'm just trying to tell you that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. Yeah, there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. It'll all be alright. Thank you. See you next year.